Arslanbek Makmuhdov defeated Dave Allen this weekend, and Makmuhdov, interesting character in this division. He's had some setbacks, he's had some losses. He's never really stood out as a capital G guy in the heavyweight division. That being said, he's trained by probably one of the best coaches in boxing, and that's Mark Ramsey. And when Mark Ramsey is in your corner, more than likely, I'll probably be voting for Mark Ramsey as the trainer of the year this year based on the work he's done with guys like Christian and Billy, many others. And then with Arslanbek Makmuhdov, a fighter who really had fallen in love with his power, his size, and being physical. He fights Dave Allen, who, is a smaller fighter, a guy that probably could have done that. But what impressed me was he fought tactical at times. He got hurt in the fight, but still used an active jab. And though he was injured, Allen, to me, didn't look like he had trained himself in fight shape to throw enough punches. It looked as though he wasn't fully sure he could do it, and he wasn't fully sure in his conditioning. I'm sure he trained hard for the fight, but there's a difference between, like I said on the podcast, training hard for one fight and years of training hard and the belief that comes with that. I think Allen is an amazing story of someone that had demons and had troubles but had potential and reached his potential as best as he could. I still think he can fight at a British level. I think he's still a draw to a certain extent, but I think that there are consequences to that, and there also, what I like about a guy like Dave Allen is a lot of times people don't want to see how good they are in life. They'd rather be a failed person with talent that never tries their hardest to reach the pinnacles of success. Allen now, possibly past his prime, is trying to reach as far as he can in life and in the sport and see how far he can go. And I think there's something to be said for someone that's putting themselves out there when they could have easily been like, hey, I would have been a world champion if I hadn't have done X, Y, and Z. I think there's something to that that's neat. Arslanbek Makmuhdov, I'm not sure he's ever going to be a top-tier heavyweight. I think there's always going to be a class of guy that probably gives him issues. But he showed a dimension in this fight that he can really stack up against guys. I think like a perfect lateral move for Arslanbek coming out of this fight would be a fight with Filip Hrgovic, another guy that I have no clue where he is. Hrgovic versus Makmuhdov is a real fight. That's an interesting fight. And I think it's the interesting fight where Makmuhdov wins the fight. Allen still had enough moments where I don't think it really hurts him because he showed he could fight on fight night and he was game to compete. I think both guys go on to have more meaningful, consequential, big bank account fights. It's kind of a win-win for everybody involved.